Hi everyone. Hello, happy Thursday. Real quick. Okay, I think we're all set. Okay, ready? I have a really fun project to share with you guys today. But before we get to the project, let's talk about what's going on. Don't forget about the annual catalog kickoff celebration. This is when you order $250 or more, or you group some orders together between you and some friends and family, and your orders are $250 or more, you're going to get an additional $25 in Stampin' Rewards. That's free product that you can spend on anything you want in the catalog, including the host sets. Those are way in the back on page 187. Including the host sets, you can spend that additional $25 on these if you so choose. So don't forget about that special if you want to place a large order, if you have some friends that you want to get together and place a large order with. That now is a great time to do it for all those extra Stampin' Rewards. Alright guys, I have some news. I'm so excited about this. And I've mentioned before that I am in desperate need of a new new die cutting machine because mine is on its last leg. I want to talk to you guys about joining, and I'm going to tell you one of the biggest perks of joining. So don't forget, this month when you join my team, you get to choose a free bundle. So normally when you join, it's $99 and you choose $125 in product of your choosing. Anything you want. It could be from the annual catalog, from the beginner brochure, from the online store, from the clearance rack. It can be anything, you guys. Anything you want. And that's only through June. You get to add on a additional free bundle. And that is anything. That could be a Stampin' Punch bundle or any of these Stampin' Die bundles. And there's some really good ones, guys, and some pretty pricey ones. You guys might want to add those on for free and really bump up the value of your starter kit. But it gets even better. We got news this week that on August 4th, we're going to get to purchase this guy. The standard Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Demonstrators can order on August 4th. It will go live to customers on September 1st. But if you want to get your hands on this first, you want to join my team. And joining my team in June will give you all those additional benefits because you get to choose that free bundle. So join this month, get that free bundle, and then on August 4th, you can purchase this machine. Yeah! So I will definitely be putting in my order first thing on August 4th. And I cannot wait. I really need a new machine, and I cannot wait for this one. There's so many features to it. You can check out on page 171 of the annual catalog. You can check out all the amazing features of it. Look, it folds up. Now, the mini machine will not be available on August 4th. That's coming later in the year. It's not quite ready yet. So this is just for the standard machine. And again, only demonstrators can order on August 4th. The customers, it will go live on September 1st. So, but I love it. I cannot wait. The sides fold in. It's going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait for this machine. So now's a great time. Join my team, $99. You choose $125 in product, plus you get that free bundle, and then you get the benefit of ordering the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine first on August 4th. All right, so that's a huge benefit. I can't wait. I'm counting down the days until August 4th because I need a new machine, and I can't wait. Okay, let's get to the project today. So today we're making a really cute little box today, guys. So this is the box we're making, and we're going to be using this stamp set. This is the gorgeous Posies stamp set, and this is in the front of the catalog. Let me put my catalog back out. Let's look at it. This is in the front of the catalog, and it coordinates with the gorgeous Posies kit. It's on like the first couple pages. Here we are. It's on page 8 of the catalog. So it's down here. And it actually coordinates with the gorgeous Posies kit. So if you get this kit, you're going to need to get this stamp set to complete your cards. And the kit is gorgeous. Now, I haven't made any of the cards in here, but it is gorgeous. I just love all the products in here. Look at this ribbon. It's like gold trimmed. So pretty. And then there's like Highland Heather twine. So pretty. But just like the card fronts themselves are just stunning. So you definitely want to get this card kit. It is gorgeous. So, but if you get the card kit, you need the stamp set to complete the cards. Isn't that gorgeous? And then the card bases and the envelopes are gorgeous. So anyway, I need to make this kit. But I wanted to use this stamp set outside of the kit. So we are making this sweet little box. I'm going to tell you where this box came from. It just occurred to me that I didn't get any of my stamps out, so we're going to have to do that as we go. But the box, and let me show you the side. Isn't that cute? And it opens like this. Isn't that cute? And the side like folds in on the top. And then inside, there's some little chocolate Swiss rolls. Isn't that cute? And it's sized perfectly for these, but it's a pretty good sized box. You could fit lots of stuff in there for sure. But let me tell you where this came from. And you guys might have seen this going around the internet. Let me tuck that back in. So have you guys seen the cereal box hack? I don't know, have you guys seen that? How to close your cereal box. So, I mean, normally you close your cereal box, the little tab, you push it in. But that cereal box hack that's going around, you push in all the sides, and then you pinch the sides here, and then this just folds right in, and it gives you that like little teepeed look, I guess, to close your cereal box. So this hack is going all over the internet right now, especially during our little quarantine time, and I thought that would be a really cute little box. So let's turn it into a box. I'm scoring those edges to make it look a little cleaner and not so, you know, mashed up like the cereal box, but I think it's really cute. So let's make this box. So first thing you need, and I put all the measurements in the video description, and this will all be on my blog tomorrow morning as well if you need more details. So first thing you need is a piece of cardstock that is 9 by 6 3/4. And I'm using purple Posy. I'm gonna get out my Simply Scored for this. Okay, on the short side, we're gonna score the short side first because that will help us when we score the long side. We're gonna score the short side first. And you're going to score the short side at 1 1/4, 5, and 6 1/4. Okay, now you want to make note of where your score lines are. You have a really thin 1/2 inch border up here, and then you have a 1 1/4 inch border on the bottom. The 1/2 inch border needs to go along the top. Okay, so when we score our long side, you want to make sure that 1/2 inch border is on the top. And we're going to score that long side at 3, at 4 1/4, at 7 1/4, and at 8 1/2. Now we're gonna make some marks in the middle of these. I don't know how well the camera is picking up the score lines, but we have some 1 1/4 inch squares right here and right here, and we need to make marks right in the center of those so we know where to draw our diagonal score lines. So we're going to mark it at 3 5/8, but I'm only going down to that first score line. So I don't know if you can see that, but I only went down to that 1/2 inch score line. Don't go beyond that. And then at 7 7/8, just down to that 1/2 inch score line. Don't go beyond that. All right, that's it for our Simply Scored, but I'm going to keep my stylus out and I'm going to grab a ruler. Let's see, I don't know how well the lines are picking up, but from the bottom of that score line that we made, that little mark, we're going to go down to the corner here. So I hope that makes sense. I actually have a template that I will draw this on to show you guys in just a second, because I don't know if this is picking up on the camera. That's always a problem. So I'm just making a little V, and I will show you exactly what I mean in just a sec. Let me make this one, and I will grab a marker. I have one that I've already cut because I wanted to make sure that I cut it the correct way. Okay. Except I've cut this side off. Okay, but I'm still going to draw it with a marker. So imagine that the rest of that 1/2 inch strip is up here. What you're doing is scoring from that top peak, just like that, okay? From that score line that you made, right into those corners, just like that. That's how you're scoring this into those little triangle sections. And let's see if I can, yeah, you can kind of see it there. So I just made that mark down to that 1/2 inch line, and then I just scored it diagonally. And I did that to both sides. Okay, so now that we have it all scored, we are going to fold on all the score lines. So all the straight score lines, those diagonal ones and those little marks that we made, it is not necessary to worry about those right now. Those will fall into place later. We are only worried about the straight lines. Okay. 3 on the short side, this bottom one, and there's not a lot of trimming on this box either, which I really like. I always feel really wasteful when you make a box and then you end up cutting away part of it, but there's not a lot of trimming on this one. So I'm actually going to grab my big scissors for part of it. We're going to start with our paper snips though. And you have a 1/2 inch side on this side, so you have it in long ways. You have a 1/2 inch side on this side. All we're doing is cutting out this bottom rectangle right here, and I'm going to actually notch in this little square. So I notched in going this way, and then up here we're just going to take out this little square here, and we're going to end up cutting off a lot of that anyway, so I'm not worried about that. But I notched in on these little tabs. Then we're going to work on the bottom. I'm going to notch in on the squares and then cut up the straight score lines on the rectangle pieces. The rectangle pieces are going to be the bottom part, and I want those nice and straight, so, but the tabs will be hidden inside the box. They'll never be seen, so we're going to notch in on those, and that's going to help our box go together much nicer. And once I get this all trimmed up, I'll lay it flat so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, now we're going to flip it over. You have the 1/2 inch, that 1/2 inch line on the top. This is where we made our marks. So we're going to flip it over, and I'm going to take my little scissors. I'm going to cut straight down this line. We have a big section here on the opposite side of those two 1 1/4 inch sections, and I'm just going to cut those off. And I'm going to cut down on this one, and you can use your paper trimmer. I'm just going to use my big scissors, and we're just going to cut that off just like that. So that is all of the trimming that we're going to do. So this is what your paper should look like. We have our little tabs notched in down here, and the only piece that I left of that 1/2 inch line up here is what's going to end up being the front flap. Okay? All right. We have one more thing to do on this. We just need to round the corners of this little piece. This is this little piece that's going to tuck in the back. This piece right here, so we just want to round those corners. So all I did was fold this over. I'm going to stick this into my trio punch and fold that side over, and we're just rounding those corners, and that's just going to help our box go in much easier. All right, now we are going to do a little finger hole on this side. We have another long rectangle side over here, and on the top I'm just going to use, this is a retired 3/4 inch circle punch, but you can use any circle punch you have, and all I did was just notch out maybe like 1/3 of it. So this is your final, let me pull it down a little. This is your final, what your box should look like. You have those rounded corners. You have scored triangles in these little squares up here. You have a little notch taken out. And then on the bottom, you have these flaps that have little tabs cut out. Okay? So I hope that all makes sense. So let's put this thing together. And then the hardest part is done. Before we put it together, I'm just going to just give these a quick little fold. We don't need to burnish them or anything. Once our box is put together, it's really just going to naturally want to go that way, but I'm just giving it just a little fold to help it. I'm going to use our new Stampin' Seal Plus to adhere it, and I am just putting adhesive just along this little 1/2 inch line down here. We'll just be able to fold our box together just like that. So cute. Now this is the back. The side with the notch is the back. So I'm going to make sure that I fold the tabs, the side tabs, then this one, and the front tab will go in last. So I'm going to just put a little bit of our Stampin' Seal Plus on that and adhere that down. Stick my bone folder in, just make sure it's nice and stuck down. And now those little corners will fold right in. You see that? And this little tuck right in there. Isn't that cute? Now, if you wanted to decorate this before you put it together, you could absolutely do that. I never think to decorate my boxes before I assemble them. So, mostly because I really want to make sure that I've assembled it correctly before I go to all the trouble of decorating it. Okay, I have 2 pieces of DSP. This is from our Pick a Pattern DSP. Fantastic DSP. There are some really fun little patterns and stripes in there. This is the purple posy piece. This piece is 2 3/4 by 3.5. And then I have another piece that's 2 3/4 by 1. And these are going to go right on our box. I'm just using my Stampin' Seal Plus again. So this little 1 inch strip is just going to go right up here on this little 1 1/4 inch flap right here. Oh, let's just get that a little bit straighter. And then this piece will just go right on the bottom down here, just like that. You could cut additional DSP pieces if you wanted to decorate the whole thing. I thought that only the front was necessary to be decorated, so that's all we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna set this aside. We're gonna do our stamping. I have a scrap piece of white, and I need to get out my stamps. I didn't even do that. So we need the greeting, we need the flower, and we need the leaves. I got out my inks. That counts, right? So let me get these on some blocks. And I don't even know what time it is. I think this is gonna be a longer video, but that's okay. I hope everyone's summer is going well. All right, so I just have a scrap piece of white, so let's get to stamping. I am going to use Coastal Cabana for the leaves. And I'm just gonna stamp that down on the bottom. And I love these stamps. They're the distinctive stamps. You're gonna get light and dark shades all over, and that's just gonna give it a nice realistic look to it. I'm gonna leave my Coastal Cabana out because we are gonna use that again in just a second. What other inks do I need? I need Highland Heather. So we used Purple Posy cardstock. We're gonna use Highland Heather ink for the flower. And that's gonna go up here. And the flower is gorgeous when it stamps. Look at all those amazing light and dark shades just with one stamp. Isn't that awesome? All right, we can close up our Highland Heather. We don't need that again. We don't want to make a mess. And for our greeting, I'm going to pull in Gorgeous Grape. So we're using all of those purples, that Purple Posy, the Highland Heather, the Gorgeous Grape, all of them that really coordinate well together. And this is going to be for the greeting. And this is just going to get stamped on the bottom. We're going to cut all of these out, so it doesn't matter where we're stamping it. All right, we have one more thing to stamp. Let me grab that. So I have this little tag, and this is from the Hippo and Friends dies. And even if you don't love those little Hippo and Friends, look at these amazing dies. So this is with the second largest of this little, you know, tag one with the little clipped corners, and it's stitched, so it's gorgeous. And I need to get the stamp out too. I'm actually going to stamp it with this one, the right triangle with these stripes. And I'm going to pull out my Stamparatus for this because this is a pretty large stamp. So pull out my Stamparatus. Okay. Let me see. This would have been nice if I was prepared, huh? But that's okay. You guys get to see. You get to see it all. Okay, I'm going to lay my label here, and I don't want the whole thing stamped. I really just want just kind of part of it. So I'm going to kind of lay my triangle from this corner right here to this top corner up here. So I just want my triangle to hit those just like that. So I'm not going to worry about, well, I say that, but it's going to stick to this. So I'm going to kind of try to line it back up as best we can. And that's pretty good. So I'm just going to leave my paper there. Ideally, I would probably adhere that down or use the magnet or something, but we're just going to live dangerously here. I'm going to ink up my triangle stamp on my Stamparatus. I don't think we're going to have to restamp this. Ooh, hello. Oh, my mat is in there. I thought I had taken my mat out. Hello. Okay, I don't think we're going to have to restamp this, so I'm not worried about making sure it's lined up exactly. Okay, pull that off. And isn't that gorgeous? Look at those stripes. So cool. We got that pretty well lined up. The flower's going to cover up a lot of that, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Stamping, it's not perfection. All right, we're going to do some fussy cutting. I know that you guys don't like fussy cutting, but it actually goes pretty quickly. This flower is pretty easy to fussy cut. I'm just going to go around it. Remember when you're fussy cutting to move your paper, not your scissors. Make sure you're using sharp scissors. That will really help to cut off a lot of that excess. It'll give you less paper to turn, which will give you cleaner cuts every time. I love these colors together, the Highland Heather and the Coastal Cabana with the Gorgeous Grape. I wasn't really a big purple girl until last year when all the purples came out. Well, I guess we got Gorgeous Grape the year before, but Purple Posy, I love that sweet, soft color. And I know we don't have an ink for Purple Posy, But if you stamp Highland Heather off, you get pretty close to Purple Posy. So there's our flower. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm just going to quickly cut our leaf. Isn't that so sweet? I love this stamp set. If you get that kit, make sure you get this stamp set. It's such a good one to have too. And then you can buy, that kit will make a great gift. And you can buy a refill of the kit because you already have the stamp set. So you can... Great gifts, especially with Christmas coming like 6 months away. Start your Christmas projects now. All right, for our greeting down here, I'm going to use my long scissors. You can use your trimmer if you want to. This is a nice straight greeting, but I'm just going to use my long scissors. I'm going to trim this out. Just going to trim it up a little more, and then we're going to actually cut it in half. So, for a very kind and thoughtful friend, I'm just cutting it apart after the end. All right, so that is all of our cutting. So you guys, we're almost done. We just have to assemble now. I have a bow that I've already tied with the tricolor ribbon. When I tied it, I made sure to flip the loop on this one just to make sure that the colors were all going in the same way. All right, I just realized I need to get out our elegant faceted dots too. Aren't these gorgeous? We'll talk about these more in a minute. Let's get to assembling. I have some dimensionals. Of course, we're going to assemble with dimensionals. We are going to stick on the leaf though. So I'm going to just put some adhesive. This is the Stamp & Seal Plus again. I'm just putting some adhesive on the back just to stick that leaf on, just like that. And then we're going to stick this whole thing up on dimensionals. I'm down to my very edges, guys. I have to get out a new package. Just like that. Perfect. And this just goes right on our tag. The little leaf goes this way. Isn't that cute with all those stripes? Isn't that adorable? I love it. All right, I'm going to use my tumble glue for my greeting, just a little bit on the back of each, and I'm going to start with the thoughtful friend one just to make sure we get it straight, just like that, and that we have enough room. So, to a very kind and thoughtful friend. We need to put our treat in our box too. We haven't done that. All right, super cute, right? All right, one more thing to add. We need to add our elegant faceted dots. I'm going to use the white ones on here. There's some white ones, there's some like champagne or petal pink ones, and then there's some clear ones. You can color these with your Stampin' Blends. I've been doing that. We're going to take a pic tool. I have been doing that and I love them. These are one of my favorite new accessories. I don't know that I'm going to fit 3 on here like I did before. I think I put my greeting up a little higher, but that's okay. It works. All right, I need a glue dot for my ribbon here. I'm just going to put a glue dot on the back, and this is actually just going to tuck right under our flower, just like that. Just tuck it in, tuck it right under, and then this whole thing is going to go on the front of our box. We're going to of course stick that on with some dimensionals, one on each side there, and that completes my sheet of dimensionals. It is gone, you guys. I'm going to need to get out a new sheet now. So this goes onto our box. Should center on there. That little tag die cut fits perfectly, and now we need to get out one of these. If I hide all the treats in the box and the kids don't know where they are, they can't steal them. So, there we go. This goes right in. We stick in our little flap. There you go. What do you guys think? So cute little treat box inspired by the cereal box hack going around online right now. So what do you guys think? I hope you guys like this. Make sure that you check out my blog tomorrow for all the details on this box. It'll be up on YouTube later tonight. And if you have any questions, please let me know. If you need to place an order, please head to my online code. I do have a new host code for June, so make sure you use this host code instead of the last one if you are shopping for any supplies. And I think that's it. So thanks guys for joining me. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Bye.